Rashanah Baldwin is an award-winning broadcast journalist and public policy influencer known for transforming the narrative of her neighborhood through the Good in Inglewood media campaign. And, that's right, and promoting efforts in affordable housing and healthy food access. With over a decade of experience in broadcast journalism, public relations, and community engagement, she has become a recognized thought leader in Chicago. She's worked with prominent figures like Illinois Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton and various media outlets, focusing on communication strategy and uplifting communities of color. Hey, Rashanah, can you explain?
So I didn't know Martha Stewart was going to be up here right before me, so I got to follow that impressive act. I'm coming for you. So, the way to right wrongs is to turn the light of truth upon them by Ida B. Wells. Can you explain how these amazing Chicago black women shine a light on the wrongs in Chicago and beyond? Their journalism, their activism, their voices spark change that echoes to this day. Let's start with Ida B. Wells, one of the bravest voices in history. She exposed the horrors of lynching, called out racial injustice head-on, pioneering reporting methods that still central to journalism today. She fought not only for women's suffrage, but demanded that black women have their rightful place within that movement. Today, her legacy lives on, from street names to housing developments to the recent Ida B. Wells National Monument in Bronzeville, sculpted by the legendary and the late sculptor Richard Hunt. Then there's Ethel Payne, the first lady of the black press, who grew up in Inglewood, where I'm from, and became a vital part of the White House press corps. She questioned presidents who reported on historical cases like Brown versus Wade, Brown versus Board of Education, the Montgomery bus boycott, and the Korean War, highlighting the injustices faced by African American troops. Payne's work echoed worldwide as she advocated for the release of Nelson Mandela. And then there's Oprah, who took modern media by storm, not just transforming trashy TV, but using her platform to fight for change. She highlighted issues like the U.S. beef industry, failing school systems, and child protection. She even inspired the National Child Protection Act, the Oprah bill, that then President Clinton signed into law. These women paved the way. They are why I use my platform to uplift, advocate, and change the narrative. I created the national media campaign Good in Inglewood that countered the negative headlines about Chicago's South Side. I highlighted the vibrant, resilient community leaders, the two-parent households, the hardworking professionals in my neighborhood, challenging the media to show the full picture. I illuminated the housing inequities that plagued us. I stood before Congress and addressed barriers in mortgage lending that prevented black millennials from building wealth through homeownership. Generational wealth and homeownership shouldn't be a privilege, but a right for all. The gap is glaring. Only 44% of black households own homes compared to 72% of our white households. The disparity fuels the racial wealth gap in America, and we can't ignore it. Yeah. So, can you explain how to mend the nation's broken heart? I believe I can. Vote with integrity, fact check everything, speak up, vote for the community, vote for your community, for justice, and for those who've been silenced. Vote on Tuesday.